Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most important concepts that you need to understand if you want to advertise a product or a service online. And that's the 3 pillars of advertising. The reason I wanted to cover this topic is because I can't even tell you how many business owners I've talked to where we go to them to audit their ad account for either Facebook or Google, or we go to their website and we audit their website. And they come to us because they're saying, my ads aren't working. We're spending money on ads, no one's buying, and we don't know why. Ads just don't work. When in reality, ads actually work great, but there's usually a piece missing. There's something broken in the process to get the sales. And a lot of the times business owners don't even know where to look. They think, I just need to create more creative. I just need to try new audiences, or I just need a complete website overhaul. A lot of people are they're looking in the wrong places, they're making changes to the wrong things. So we've been able to go into our clients' ads managers and change 1 or 2 things and take a ROAS from a 1 to a 4 or a 2 to a 5 just by making simple changes. And it's because we understand the concept of the 3 pillars of advertising. So we know exactly where to look to find the problems. So what those 3 pillars are is you have your audience, you have your creative, and you have your destination. So these 3 pillars are what hold up your sales. Hey guys, I just want to pause the video real quick and just thank you for watching. If you want to stay up to date on all the crazy marketing changes and iOS 14 updates and all of the different things out there, make sure you hit subscribe and turn your notifications on. Also, I wanted to let you know, I've got 2 different books that you can get. This one, Becoming a Digital Baller, the Playbook. This teaches a lot of the fundamentals that are really important when it comes to understanding what all the pieces fit together: email marketing, SEO, advertising, organic social media, websites, all that stuff. Great for brand new marketers, people just getting in. This one, Advertise Like a Digital Baller, is all about advertising, what KPIs to look at, ad copy, and all of that, how to pretty much everything you really need to know to get started or just level up your advertising. Both of them are available on Amazon, or you can go to the website and get a special deal for the digital copies right now. If you want experts to come look at your ads manager, look at your data to find what problem you're running into of why sales aren't happening at a price point you want, cost per purchase you want, growth that you want, go ahead and schedule a free consultation with one of my team members, and we will jump on the call and look at the data, look at everything for you to help you identify what problems you're running into and how we can fix them for you. Now, back to the video. So if you're getting sales but not at a cost per purchase that is good, or a cost per lead that is good, you probably have just one of these pillars that are broken. If you're not getting any sales, at least 2 of these pillars are broken. So I want to go through and kind of dive into each pillar and focus on some of the KPIs we look at to find which pillar is broken, because as soon as you can find which pillar is broken, and you can go and fix it, and you can instantly improve your advertising results right away. Okay, so you have your audience. Now, some of the things that we're looking at to see if the audience is the problem is our CPMs, which is our cost per 1,000 impressions. This is essentially how expensive your audience is. Sometimes the audiences that you're targeting are just too expensive. It means there's too many people targeting them. The audiences aren't big enough. And so that's something that you can look at to bring your costs down. Because if you have a $17, or let's say easily, a $20 CPM, right? And you're getting a 2 ROAS. Well, if you can get this cut down to 10, you get it in front of the exact same amount of people, but for half the cost, right? So if you're getting a 2 ROAS, now you're getting in front of twice as many people, you're gonna have a 4 ROAS. The other thing we look at is what we're optimizing for. So whether you're advertising on Facebook or Google, what you optimize for is extremely important. So if you're optimizing on Facebook, let's just take Facebook as an example, and you're optimizing for link clicks, Facebook only cares about getting you link clicks. So they're going to target all of the people in that audience who's most likely going to click on your ads, not necessarily make a purchase. That's why you need to optimize for, if you're trying to get sales, you should be optimizing for purchases. If you're optimizing for appointments, you should be optimizing for appointments. If you're trying to get sales or leads, you optimize for leads. You're optimizing for what you want because Facebook is going to go after those people to get that goal. And that's part of your audience, okay? Awesome. So the next pillar is the creative pillar. The creative is your ad copy. It's your video. It's what images you're using. And the main thing we look at is our link click-through rate. Okay, so with Facebook, a lot of the times people only look at clicks total, but that can be clicking on the video, that can be clicking to go to the profile. The main thing we really want to look at is the link click-through rate, because the purpose of your ad is to get people from Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest or wherever you're advertising. Its goal is to sell them enough to get them to the website. That's the goal. And that's where a lot of people struggle with advertising. They think, oh, my ads have to sell my product. No, the job of the ads is to sell them enough to get them to go to the website. And so that's why we look at this main KPI of the link click-through rate, because that tells us the percentage of people who see the ad and go to the website. That's how we measure the success of an ad. We don't even, at Rep Labs, our advertising agency, we don't even really focus as much on the ROI or the ROAS, especially after iOS 14 updates and things like that. We're looking mostly at link click-through rates, because that tells us, again, how well is this ad getting people to the website, okay? So if your link click-through rate is low, that means you need to change some of your ads. So a good link click-through rate when you're advertising e-commerce products, right? Directly advertising the product, not a free lead magnet or anything like that. You want to be around a 1 to 1.5%. That's a pretty good click-through rate. You really want to push for 2% click-through rates. That's what my team, we're always pushing to increase those click-through rates. Because think about it this way. You have a 1% click-through rate, okay? Link click-through rate. That means 1% of the people who see your ads are getting to the website. And you're getting a 2 ROAS, return on ad spend. That means for every dollar you put in, how many dollars you're getting out. So a 2 ROAS would be you're putting $1 in, you're getting $2 out, okay? ROAS. Now, if you can double your link click-through rate to a 2%, that means for the same price that you're paying to get your ads in front of people, just like with CPMs, you're now getting twice as many people to your website. So that means for the same price, twice as many people are seeing your offer, seeing your product. And if you're getting a 2 ROAS, that's going to turn into a 4 ROAS, because you're now getting twice as many people to your website at the same cost. So now twice as many people have an opportunity to buy your product. So what can you do to help increase your link click-through rate? Well, we'll dive more into that in future videos, so make sure you hit subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the best marketing and advertising information out there. But some quick things that you can do for your videos. The most important thing is the first 5 seconds of your ad. You have 5 seconds to tell people exactly what problem your product or service solves and how it solves it. Because people don't buy products, they buy solutions to their problems. So really focus your advertising copy, video, images on how does your product solve a problem to your ideal customer, okay? But we'll dive into that more in future videos. Okay. So the next pillar is the destination. I have seen businesses spend $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 on a website that doesn't convert anybody into sales. It's beautiful, it's well designed, but it doesn't actually sell the product or service. Let's say you're throwing a party and you send out invitations for the party. You send out, the invitations look beautiful, well written, nice design. You send them to all your friends and family. And you're like, this is gonna be a great party. There's gonna be a bounce house for the kids. There's gonna be a live band, and there's gonna be unlimited food. We've got the fanciest restaurant to cater. And you're telling everybody about how amazing this party's gonna be. Everyone gets the invitations and people show up. But the party sucks. You don't have a live band. You don't have the best catered food. It's just a nightmare of a party. Is anybody gonna stay at that party? No. That's the same concept that you have with your advertising to your website. You can do a great job targeting the right people, You can do a great job writing amazing ad copy, having an amazing hook in your video, do an excellent job selling people on the product, telling them what problem it solves. But if you send them to a crappy website, it's never gonna work. It's never gonna get sales. Or it won't get sales at a price point that can be profitable for you. And I've seen this even when advertising for celebrities. We had a great ads, great copy, somebody built us a website, and when we sent them to the website, no one converted. Even though they were celebrities, they were well known, the product was great, and that's why it's so important that you have a great website. Because if you don't have a great website, it doesn't matter how great your ads are. And that's a massive problem that most business owners run into, is they think it's the ad's fault, but it's really the website. So some of the things that you can do for your website, right? Again, just like the hook on your ads, you have very little time, maybe 3 seconds, to tell people what problem your product solves. If you can do that, you're gonna be able to do much better getting people to keep reading. And then as you go through the rest of the website, it talks about, some of the other services you do. We build the websites, we can create the creative, we do the audience targeting and everything, managing ads. But again, if somebody comes to the website and like, well, I don't need new customers, they're gonna leave, and that's fine. I don't want them on my website because they don't have the problem that I solve. But the people who do have that problem, they're gonna keep reading. So the second thing that I want to cover in this is something that might be considered a little controversial in the marketing world, but it's something that I have tested thoroughly, in depth, and that is a lot of people think you need to put your call to action, right? Add to cart, opt in, a schedule an appointment on that very first section. They think that if you do that, you're going to increase your conversion rate. And I'm actually going to say that's wrong. It's a little controversial, but it's true. You don't want to put your call to action until someone has been significantly sold on your product, right? So if you have a price point, like we'll take Shopify for example. On Shopify, erase this. Someone comes to your website, they have a picture of the product, right? They have the title of the product. Maybe they'll have like some reviews, and some stars there. And then they see a price point, $99, right? And then they have the description. The problem with that is people see a picture, then they see a name, maybe some reviews, and a price. They have not been sold on the product, but now you've already brought in the price. The price point is the very last thing that people need to know. They need to know what problem it solves. They need to know how these features are gonna help solve those problems. They need to know the social proof, like who else has been using this. They need to know why your product is better than other people's products, right? They need to know these things before they hear the price point. And that's a massive mistake. So I can promise you, and I've seen this happen all the time, if you were just to do 2 things, fix your header, make sure it has the main pain point, problem that you solve, and how you solve it, and you just move the most crucial information of the price at the very end, or after somebody's been significantly sold, you will increase your conversion rate on your website. I've yet to see it not work, but I'd love to see if it doesn't for you. Try it out and leave a comment below if you do. Hey guys, that's it for this video. But if you're a business owner that is struggling right now, that if you're not getting a cost per purchase that you want, your advertising isn't where you want it to be, maybe you do need better creative, you need someone to look at your website, just schedule a free consultation with my team. There's a link below. We can jump on the call and find what pillar is actually broken for your business right now, for your advertising. We can get in, look at your ads manager, take a look at the data, and we can help you out there. Also, if you have any questions, leave a comment below, different topics that you like covered. What about SEO? How does that, what about Google ads in this situation? What about for this website? Things like that. And we'll make sure that we cover those topics in future videos. I'll see you next time. Now add like a cool sign-off logo or something. I don't know, something sweet.